This is a video on David Haye's next opponent. A lot of people, well, everyone's starting to think that Shannon Briggs is going to be his next opponent, but what Shannon Briggs has said is he's not actually signed an agreement yet. What Shannon Briggs has said is he's just got a verbal contract that he's next in line to fight David Haye. Whether there's been a contract signed since Saturday, I don't know. I think Shannon Briggs would really be pushing for it, but it's just a gentleman's agreement right now, as far as I know, and with the information that's provided right now. But what's happened just today is Johann Duhaupas. A lot of people from Britain and America will know him from losing to Deontay Wilder and more recently beating Robert Helenius. So the title of this article that's from the World Boxing News says Hay urged to cancel joke Briggs fight, face Duhaupas instead. And it goes on to say current WBC silver heavyweight champion Johann Duhaupas wants David Haye to cancel his commitment to Shannon Briggs and face him in September, according to his manager. Upon witnessing Haye demolish the hapless Arnold Jerajai in 2 rounds and Briggs do likewise, it's just in just one, Amour called the whole thing a charade and believes the UK fans deserve a lot better. And I think this is what David Haye wants. He wants people, not necessarily with big names, but with people that are known from fighting other big fighters to call out David Haye right now. Obviously, prefer someone like Anthony Joshua, Wladimir Klitschko, Tyson Fury to call him out. But Duhaupas a good name. People are never going to complain it's a joke fight, even if he does blast them out of there. People aren't going to say it's a joke fight. He's a decent opponent. He's inside the top 20 right now, I think. I think he's ranked 18th in the world. So it's a good fight. He's probably really famous in France. He's not that well known in America right now, though, from the Deontay Wilder and Robert Helenius fight. So just get that information out there. Personally, I would prefer him to fight Duhaupas. I don't want to see. There is some people that think Shannon Briggs can cause David Haye problems, but when I watched him in that last fight there, and I've watched the other fights he's done since his comeback too, and Vitaly Klitschko and a whole bunch of other fights even longer ago than them, but he has slowed down. He has a big solid lump, though it would take a lot and say a lot for David Haye's power if we could actually knock him out, because he's a big solid lump. He took Vitaly Klitschko's punches really well, but it was amazing that the fight wasn't actually stopped, the amount of punishment he was taking. But Vitaly Klitschko, after his layoff, after the injuries, he wasn't so much a power puncher anymore. David Haye, at least from the evidence there so far, he's still a big power puncher. Uh, Maybe Shannon Briggs could take the punch, a big 250-pound muscled solid lump. He's got the strength to try and keep David Haye away from him as well. Sometimes, David Haye would have to use his footwork more in this fight. But I think Duhaupas is a more credible opponent. People are looking at Shannon Briggs and they just. Uh, there are some people that are really happy for this fight to happen. Just for the build up alone, regardless of what happens in this fight. But there's some people that just think this is a joke fight, and I can't see too many people having a big problem with him fighting Duhaupas. I think I said when he came back, if you'd fight someone, yeah, Mark Demore, that was fine for a first fight. Build up your confidence, get used to the atmosphere, the crowd again, because you've been out in it for so long. Then fight a couple of easy guys, relatively easy guys, for David Haye in the top 20. Arnold Jerajai was ranked 23 in the world, just outside the top 20, so he didn't really qualify there, but I wasn't too complaining about that fight. But Johann Duhaupas, at least we can actually make a comparison against him and Deontay Wilder with this fight. That's what we want to see. We want to see David Haye fight Duhaupas and do better than Deontay Wilder. So I would rather that the Johann Duhaupas fight happened. A lot of people obviously are just desperate to see Shannon Briggs in with a big name again and see if he actually can, prove his worth. But I prefer the Duhaupas fight, so I just want to put this news out there.